Hello, everybody. Hello, and welcome again to another episode of the Passive Income Show with me, your host, Carl D, Property Guru. But today, guys, wala tayong guest. So today, it's a special episode. Let me bring this back. It's a special episode. It's a special episode where we will be talking about how to hurdle through your property challenges. Ayan. So hello. If you're watching live right now, I can see people coming in. Please let me know where you're watching from and say hi. Hello. You can go to the comment box and say hello and tell me where you're watching from. We are streamed live to the whole world. The whole world. So the Philippines, we have people watching from the Philippines. We have our followers who's constantly supporting us sa Dubai, sa America, Australia. And welcome to everybody here. Let me find a way to open my chat box so I can see the chat. Ayan. So tonight, hang on there guys. I cannot see the chat box. So tonight we have a special topic kasi this is a Q&A free flowing on how to hurdle through the property challenges that people message me say, Carl, I'm going through this challenge. Paano ba? How do I hurdle it? Diba? So hello to Jet Kababan. Hello. Watching from Bacoor. Watching from Abu Dhabi. Jacob, Juliana, Jeshua. Hello. So feel free lang guys to comment. So alam ko lang sino yung mga nanonood right now. And I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear your questions. All right. So today our topic is about how to hurdle through property challenges. And I would love to hear yung mga questions nyo. All right. Simulan na natin. Let's start. First, this is a common question that I get from the crowd. No? Sir Carl, my property, my condo is vacant. What should I do? Ayan. If you are this person, just go to the comment box and say me or type I can relate. Yes, ganun. Okay, how do you navigate through this pandemic? No? Okay, number one, this is the reality of property. Talagang it's a supply and demand business. So pinasok natin tong property na to na hoping na we are going to solve the problem of certain market segments. Kunwari, you are serving the university market. Okay, if you are in the rental property business, you have to be clear what is your target tenant. So number one, if your target tenant is university students, what's happening right now? Kasi walang school, vacant ka. If your target market is an office worker, what is happening to your condo right now? Pwedeng vacant din. Kasi syempre, they don't go to their office, so they don't need to rent. So that's the reality of it, no? I just want to establish these realities. Yes, para Rungaw Rec, yes, I see your message. I just want to help you, minsan kasi malaking bagay talaga if you accept the reality first. So yes, but I'm gonna teach you how to navigate through through this pandemic, no? So next is isip ka mabuti. What can I do? 'Di ba kaysa na mag-sit down lang ako, mag-complain, point fingers, blame other people, what can I do? Number one, identify your target tenant. Number one. What's number one, guys? Identify your target tenant. Alamin mo kung sino ba ang pwedeng mag-rent sa condo property mo. If you are watching right now, if you can tell me where your condo is, maybe I can help you. Libreng advice to. Yes, recently vacated last month. Oh, Rungaw, Rec, medyo swerte ka kasi last month lang na vacant yung iba since last year, no? Okay, so I want to I want to put you guys in the correct mindset na if you buy a property for rental, hindi talaga siya yung super wala ka nang gagawin. You have to work on it. So number one, identify your target market. The market may have pivoted. Analyze, sino ba yung bago na pwede mag-rent sa condo ko? Identify, number one. Number two, once you've identified, check now your product. Okay, there are 3 P's in a successful property investment. 3 P. Number 1 is your property. Number 2 is your price. And number 3 is your process. Again, number 1 is the product, your property. Yun yung produkto mo, di ba? Just like all business, may product yan. Number 2 is your price. How's your price? Reasonable? Di ba? Pag nagninegosyo tayo or even tayo pag nag-shopping, what do you choose? Yung best value for money, di ba? So, ganun din ang property ninyo. Kailangan good product, good value yung price. I'm not saying it has to be the cheapest, but it has to be the best value. Number 3, the process. What is process, Sir Carl? Process means pag kinakausap kayo ng inquiry ng potential tenant, how do you handle it? How do you make the tenant feel? All right? So going back, 3 P, going back, identify who is your potential new tenant. Okay. Thank you very much for my good friend Rungaw Rec na nagbigay ng question. So meron tayong specific case study. If your property is in España, UST, I can relate because taga UST ako. I took up architecture in UST. I can totally relate to that market. It's affected. Shift, pivot to, well, it's not gonna be an easy pivot, brother. It's not gonna be an easy pivot, but yun nga, we've got nothing to lose. Fight lang tayo. Fight ng fight, di ba? Yes, fight ng fight. Yes, hello Anthony from Bicol. Fight lang tayo, we don't give up. Number 1, sino kaya pwedeng potential secondary tenant pag wala pang estudyante? From my analysis, maybe may mga nearby, of course, the UST hospital, that's your next secondary tenant. Maybe a nurse from there. And I think possible, no? Mga nurse, mga hospital workers, mga junior doctors na before umuuwi sila. But now they're saying na, ayoko na muna umuwi. I'd rather stay close to the hospital para on call ako. And I don't have to have a hard time with the transportation. So that will be your secondary tenant. And then your tertiary tenant will be maybe people working around the Manila area. I'm sure meron yan, di ba? But how will they... Number 1 is product, di ba? Okay, number 1, you identify the target market. Number 2 is the product. Your product has to be good. Malinis, maayos, decent. I tell my friends na at least may laman. Huwag naman yung bakante. Kasi pag walang laman, it's hard for a tenant na sila pa yung bibili. Siyempre, kunyari, ako yung tenant. Just the easiest way to analyze property is to put yourself in the shoes of the tenant. Kung ikaw yung umuupa, ito blanco. Bibili ka ng kama, ng cabinet, lamesa, upuan. Pero you're gonna stay 1 year lang naman dito. So mapapaisip ka. And then on the other side, itong unit na to, maganda yung furnishing, hindi man mamahalin, but it's usable. May kama, may tamang kortina, I can sleep well, may aircon. Itong kabilang unit, vacant. Bibili pa ako ng aircon. Magkano aircon? 10,000, 12,000. Tapos bibili pa ako ng gano'n. Maglalagay pa ako ng 2 months deposit. Tapos bibili pa ako ng kama. Wag na lang. I will not get this vacant empty unit. I will just get this one. Kahit mas mahal ng 5,000. So isa mas mahal ng 5,000 pero ready na. Diba? So you get the flow of the mindset, no? So that's the product part. Number 3 is the price. Diba? Make it fair. Right now, the Facebook Marketplace is a very good resource. Just go to Facebook Marketplace, type the property, UST España condo, UST España bed space, UST apartment. Lalabas lahat yan. And just to also manage your expectation, siguradong maraming vacant units out there. Lahat kayo fighting for that target client. But it's okay lang. Ganun talaga eh. Kasi nga, we're in a pandemic, what you want to do is not give up. Not accept na it's gonna be vacant. Let's do everything we can, di ba? Sabi nga nila, di ba, it's the difference between responding and reacting. Do you know, guys, what the difference between responding and reacting is? Reacting is you complain. You blame other people, you point fingers. You're reacting. Nagagalit ka sa buong mundo. You keep on pointing at the problem. That's reacting. But tayo, mga kachinitos, mga Carl D. watchers, we respond. Respond meaning we analyze the situation. It may not be good. It may not be ideal, but we move forward with action. We do not blame other people. We do not point fingers. We take full responsibility and we do action. All right? So number 1 is you analyze your market. Malinaw na. Number 2 is yung product mo. Ayusin natin. It's usable. Number 3 is your price. Reasonable. Diba? If you want to be a bit more expensive, make it a bit more expensive lang. Huwag naman masyadong mahal kasi baka ma-turn off din yung customer. People will ask me, Sir Carl, pag pinaganda ko yung unit, can I increase the price by how much? The answer is, you cannot increase the price too much. Kasi pag sobrang mahal naman, tayo naman, we're all humans. Ang maiisip ng market mo is, masyadong mahal. I will find the value for money, yung gitna, and I will rent there. All right. Pro tip. Once your property is there at maganda yung price, you have to advertise. Okay. You have to what? Type in the chat box, advertise. You have to let people know that your property is out there, na available siya. And hindi talaga, it will not fly if you do not spread the word out. So what you do is this. This is my tip for you. What you do is go to your Facebook. Tell the world. Tell your friends. Hi friends, this is my condo. This is a picture. I just newly renovated it. It's refreshed. Shout out sa mga tiga-UST, tiga-UST Hospital, mga tiga-Espanya, Quezon Avenue, SM Manila area. My condo unit is now ready for rent. It's newly cleaned up. And it has a lot of features na maganda, like a nice cozy bed, it has TV, it has a ref. So mga little things that is enticing for your potential tenant. Remember, you are fighting for this tenant. Kino-convince mo siya na dito ka na lang sa akin. Gets? The business part of it. Pasensya na kayo guys, I'm staying very long in this topic and I hope you're learning. Because this one simple question and my 3 advice will help you a lot pagdating sa condo rentals. And then lastly, the process. I mentioned 3 P, right? Your product, your price, and then your process. Process is you advertise. You do not just have a good property and just leave it there. Parang restaurant. If you have a restaurant, it's masarap, but you don't advertise. You don't tell your friends. You don't post in Facebook. You don't post in your Instagram. How will people know that you have a very delicious restaurant? And you would all agree, di ba? Ngayon, pagalingan din ng post. If your post is creative, people will share it. Diba? So, ganun din sa property. Post your property, make it creative. Galingan mo na yung post mo. Make it funny, make a funny meme. Shout out to all the talk to your market, 'di ba? If you have a Japanese restaurant, 'di ba? You say shout out sa lahat ng mahilig sa sushi. Here is our best deal right now, the tonkatsu, spicy tonkatsu. Diba? And may nakita pa ako kanina nag-post na intrigued din ako. I used to be a chef working for a 5-star hotel and now I put up my own small Japanese restaurant. Would you like to order from me? Would you order? 5-star hotel chef, now on my own. Siguradong masarap yun, siguradong quality. Pero presyo, hindi masyadong mahal. So you have to put it out there. The process, you have to advertise. And then when people inquire, you have to be a bit patient. Siyempre, just like any business, kung yung mga nag-online selling dyan, I'm sure you can relate. Not everybody are courteous when they inquire. Some are a bit rough on the edges. Would you agree? Give me a thumbs up if you agree, yung mga nag-online selling. Some people are just not kind when they inquire. So, tsagain natin. When they ask you very rough question, you just answer without being emotional. Say, yeah, this property is ganon. May aircon na siya, ganon. And here are some photos to encourage. Kasi I think there are sometimes people naman na really, really legit clients. Medyo rough lang sa pag-communicate. So I just like to also encourage everybody na, we can all be kind. Diba? If we are the one inquiring, We can be, good morning, hello po, pwede po mag-inquire about this property. Can you tell me more? Huwag yung sobrang rough na, is this available? How much? Last price na ba yan? Yeah, you can add some courtesies that, hi, I'm a serious tenant, I'm a serious inquiry. Can you tell me more about your property? And then you can feel free to share. Ito kabaliktaran naman if you're inquiring. I'm a nurse from this area and I'm looking for a place to stay. Can you tell me more about your unit? So that's the process of engaging your audience. Okay ba? If you appreciate this first tip of mine, please send a thumbs up in the comment box or an appreciation message. In my talks, in my Bible group, in my couples group, in my men's group, I encourage my members or my friends to be encouraging and to show appreciation. Diba? Oo. All right. So, yep. Hello, Share. Is Twin Oaks a good investment? That's a very good question, Share. So, I'm gonna teach you guys how to analyze that question. Okay, I'll just leave this slide there. Type ko na lang. Is Twin Oaks a good investment? Okay. The right answer there is, I don't know. That's where we all start, diba? We don't know if it's a good investment, no. But here's how you analyze it. First, you analyze, what do you plan to do with it? Are you gonna live in it? Or are you gonna rent it out? Okay. If you're gonna live in it, that's a different route. You will make a kanan. If you're gonna live in it, it's for your own use, make a kanan. If you're gonna rent it out, make a kaliwa. Two different strategies. So I'll teach you guys. If you are going to use it, ang consideration mo is, are you happy with the unit? Are you happy with what you're seeing pagpasok mo sa loob? Are you happy with the location in relation to your work? So that's for own use. It's all about you and yourself. If you're happy, then buy it. It's good for you. Diba? Now, if you're asking, is it good for rental property? Now, ito yung tatanungin mo, sino ang potential client ko? It's no different from business, guys. I want to simplify it. Kung mag-open ka ng Japanese restaurant, what is the first thing that you will ask yourself? Oh, come on, guys. If you're gonna open a Japanese restaurant, go to the chat box. Ano una mong tatanungin? Kung meron bang taong mahilig kumain ng Japanese dun sa area. That will be the first question. So, ganun din sa property. Sino ba yung target mag-rent? So, I see the message there, rental for executives. I love it. I love that your target market is clear, which is good. So, I think if you're looking to rent out to the executives na corporate executives and you feel that that area is growing, which I think it is, there are some office building, I think it should work. So product is okay, price na lang ang ayusin mo, and number 3 is your process. Do you advertise it? Do you make it known out there? Diba? Lamang na lamang talaga minsan, kunyari, pag mga artista, when they are selling their property or their car or anything that they are selling, ang bilis makabenta ng artista because they have a wide reach. So that's the challenge of your property rental. Make sure it's advertised out there. So hello, Lisa Tan. Welcome to the session. Where can I go for a good investment instead of the bank? Wow, that's a fantastic question. Let me type that down. Where to go instead of bank? I love the question. Then we're gonna answer more mga challenges after this. Where to go instead of bank? Guys, it's a very difficult question to answer. Kasi kung konti lang yung money mo, konti lang. Like me, when I was starting out, when I was a young 20-plus-year-old guy, I just put my money in the bank. Period. I don't mind kung anong interest niya, kung anong return, I don't mind. Because I'm saving that piece of money. So I just want to remind everybody out there na you should have that first level, which is your liquidity. Diba? But let's say that you've already heard of that. Medyo sumobra-sobra na. medyo in excess na yung liquidity mo. Diba? Because you know what, masipag ka, you're working hard. That's really the steps naman of life. And people who are in their medyo middle run, they will agree with me. Nagsimula tayo as a ipon-ipon, saving. Then pag sumosobra na yung liquidity, diba? I don't even want na yung sumosobra na yung money. It's more of parang, you're in excess na. You're okay with your monthly expenses, and then you've somehow created a nice cash flow wherein yung monthly mo may excess na. Where to go instead of the bank? It's a very challenging question. You know, guys, what? Depende kung sino kausap mo. If you talk to me, property. If you talk to some of my friends, cryptocurrency. If you talk to my friends Marvin Guillermo, stock market. If you talk to my insurance friends, insurance. So marami. So just want to be fair to everybody na that's really how it works eh. 'Di ba? So ngayon, pag hinati-hati mo yung pera mo, hindi naman pala ganun kadami. Biro lang. So this is my take on it. Personally, for me, we are very, very heavy on property. Why? Because I'm familiar with it. I know how to make it work. I'm comfortable with it. I'm long-term with it. I know how to make it work when it's going down. I'm not panicking. 'Di ba? But kabaliktaran naman ako when I put my money in the stock market or cryptocurrency. Nagpapanik ako and I do all the wrong things. Sino dito mga nag-stock market? So guys, me, Carl D in the stock market. Pag mataas, doon ako bumibili. Humahabol. Di ba? And then pag bumababa, nagpapanik, nagbebenta. So I'm doing all things wrong on the stocks and the crypto market. But nakakatawa, buti na lang I have my friends, sila Maestro, Tony Herbosa, sila Randall Tiongson, Marvin Guillermo to guide me. But what am I saying? Sorry guys ang gulo ko ba kausap? If I'm magulo kausap, pasensya na kayo, but this is really how you process things. There is really no simple straight line. Except, if you're talking to an insurance person, it's a straight line answer, go for insurance. Diba? Insurance, is it a good product? Definitely. You want to have that in your portfolio. Guys, I want to correct this. I want to help guide you. A lot of people come to me and say, Sir Carl, yung insurance ko naglo-lose ng money. Yung nilagay ko na 1 million, ngayon 800,000 na lang. So I'm so disappointed. Don't be disappointed, guys. Because the purpose of the insurance is to cover yourself in times of death. Diba? Kumbaga, yung 1 million na nilagay mo will probably give you 5 million, 10 million. I don't know, sorry baka na-overquote ko. Even na 5 million na lang, kunwari. Wala. Yung 1 million na nilagay mo will probably give you 5 million, or 2 million, 3 million. That is the purpose of it. If that 1 million goes down to 800,000, 700,000, we should not be in distress. Kasi coverage ng life naman yung binili natin. So it's there. It's intact. You will get covered if kunin ka ni Lord. So yun lang nakakatuwa, this question. I really appreciate this question because it's where you're comfortable. And naisip ko na rin tong part na to eh. Kasi, I get this question all the time. And your level of financial makes a difference here. Because if konti pa lang ang savings mo, you cannot go to property. Kasi konti lang yung money, mahirapan ka. That's where the crypto and the stock market comes in. It's an easy way to enter an investment. Kasi, di ba, kahit meron kang 10,000, 20,000, you can enter the crypto market and, you're already playing the game. Playing the game. Tama bang tinawag kong game yun? Sa mga nag-stock market out there. So, how much is sobra? Shern Tan. Very good question. Wow, fantastic question. Shern Tan, how much is sobra? Okay. Hi, this is a very difficult question to ask because, we are all on different financial status in life. But this is how a way to analyze it. This is how a way to analyze. First, your monthly income. is way more than what you need to survive. Yun. That's the first sign na you're doing well. Di ba? Parang, uy, I'm in excess every month. So congratulations. If you're in your, diba? You start as a minimum wage, 15,000, 20,000. You get promoted, become 50,000, 80,000, 100,000. Then medyo side hustle ka tuwing weekend, you're making 130, 140. Then you now have excess investable cash. Diba? When people come to me, I don't even call it excess money. I call it excess investable cash. Because, guys, you have to identify, you have to give a name to your pera. Kailangan pangalanan mo si Aida, si Lorna, si Fe. Okay, si Aida, siya yung tigabayad ng bills ko every month. Family bills, rental, internet, Globe, I need 50,000 a month. Yan si Aida. Non-negotiable, it goes to Aida. Next, si Lorna goes to big ticket items, di ba? Maybe school, I don't know, ano mga big ticket items na natin? Help me out. Big ticket items. School, car payments kasi pwede mo na ipasok lahat sa... Ako kasi, I just put everything in the monthly expense. I have a monthly hurdle number. All right? So guys, this is such an interesting topic. We're going all over, which I like. We're going all over. Monthly hurdle. Guys, I want everyone to have this. You have to know what is your monthly hurdle. Ano ba mga monthly expenses mo? I have an Excel for this that I share in my workshop. This is, first, yung lahat ng gastusin sa bahay, then yung mga insurances mo, auto loan, house loan, rental, Meralco, lahat. You're gonna type it down in an Excel. And then pag nakita mo na yung total, mahimatay ka na. Sa laki na pala ng kailangan mong i-hurdle every month. That's life, guys. That's life, We start by being single, binata, ang gastusin natin, konti lang. Then eventually, life comes in, di ba? Before you know it, OMG, ang laki na ng monthly hurdle natin. So that's how I would do it, Shern. Amount. I don't do percentage. This is just me. Some of my friends, they do percentage. But for me, if you're making 100,000 a month, kunwari lang. Sa mga hindi nagme-make ng 100, okay lang. Mangarap tayo, di ba? That's visualization. Mangarap tayo. Pag-pray natin kay God yan. Dream big, sabi nga nila. Because we have a big God. Okay, so monthly hurdle, let's say your monthly hurdle is 50,000. Hahabulin mo yan. The first 50,000 goes to Aida. That's your basic necessity. Then the next one is si Lorna. This will be, kunwari, you have excess. Pwede mo itabi yan for big ticket items. Bili ako ng gadget, iPad, mga luxuries in life, diba? Yung mga feel good. Diba? But depending on your life stage, guys, no judging, no bashing. Yung mga super yaman na kasi, iba na yung desires nila. Wala na silang desire for cellphone. Sometimes wala silang desire for car. They don't even desire for branded goods. It's because they're already there. Diba? Sabi nga nila, diba, ba't sila Mark Zuckerberg, sila the Taipans, they're also simple because they are made. Diba? Tayong mga aspirational ang tinatawag. Tayong mga aspirational, we aspire, lumaki tayo na wala, 'di ba? Lumaki tayo na wala, kaya kung may makabili tayo ng konting branded na gamit, we feel good. Okay lang, no judgment, no bashing. It's just a stage of life. So that's the second portion of your income. Identify the big rocks, the big ticket items. And then si Aida, si Lorna, si Fe, pag may sobra pa, then it can be an investable cash. Okay. Yung mga friends ko nagagalit na sa akin. People who are in the financial world are saying, Carl, mali yan. Mauna dapat na investment bago yung mga luho. Well, tama naman sila. Maligtad pala ako. Try to save first. Try to save first. And then, yung sobra na lang. Kung may matira, yun na lang pang luho, pang luxury. No? But to end this topic, I just want to remind everybody na let's call it out. It's not in the saving. It's in the earning. Let's call this out. Let's call this out, 'di ba? Masakit man pakinggan, and I'm sure a lot of people, you will nod your head. You will not be wealthy just by saving and saving, because yung konti lang yung income mo and then you save it, it won't go far. But the point is in the earning. You need to be productive every day. Ito, my advice to a lot of people out there is daily. Daily. Daily income, daily monitoring. Because that's how God designed us, diba? When Moses was in the desert for 40 years, God told Moses not to worry. I will take care of you. I will give you manna from heaven, bread, on a day-to-day basis. You don't even need to keep. Whatever I give to you on that day, yun lang i-consume mo. Lahat ng tinatago nila na nasuspoil. Because tomorrow, I will provide for you again. If you are in this group right now, listening to the recorded or live, and you have a challenge with your finances, one trick na masashare ko sa inyo that has worked for me is yung living on a day-to-day. Make yourself productive on a day-to-day basis. Crypto and stocks are great risk, Sir Carl. Yes. I love the question. I would love to give, hirap talaga. Hirap ng buhay, no? Hirap ng buhay na, yeah, it's really your pie. If your investable funds is small, then you can go for the low risk ones. If your investable cash is big, then you can portfolio it. But here's one I want to share with you. Set a little allocation. Set a tiny allocation to invest in cryptocurrency. Okay. This is not financial advice, guys. Baka. Okay. Payong brother. Set a little bit of your money. Yun yung maganda sa cryptocurrency. 1,000 pesos yata, I think you can open an account na. Open an account. Diba? I'm not gonna teach you how. That's not my forte. But I have other videos in the Bounce Back Network na I interviewed. Look for my Jonathan Tinoco interview. That is a basic. Tinuro na yata doon kung how to open an account. Open an account. It may not make you rich. Again, it may not make you rich, but it can make you relevant and educated. All right? Speaking of education, guys, hindi talaga pwede rin nagmamadali. One of the wrong mistakes pa rin of people is when they are in a hurry to make money. That's where they fall down. People ask me, Carl, what books has inspired you the most growing up? Sabi ko, one of my most memorable book is ang Langgam at Tipaklong. The Ant and the Grasshopper. What is the learning from the ant and the grasshopper? Diba? During the sunny day, the ant keeps on working. Para pagdating ng tag-ulan, you have something stored in your bodega. Diba? So, ba't ko nga ba sinabi yun? But my point in saying that is, education is also important. Don't be in a hurry to make money. Alam ko na, isa pa palang favorite ko is the tortoise and the hare. The rabbit and the turtle. Diba? That has made a big impact in my life because I feel that my personality, I'm a turtle. I just take things slow over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And that's just how I'm trained to be. I take things slow. And I think the slow and steady wins the game strategy is okay naman. Especially kung yun yung personality mo. So, educate yourself with cryptocurrency. Personally, I dabble because of my friends nga, they teach me. I enjoy the learning. And I enjoy being relevant to what's happening in the market. Wow, very good question, Lisa. I'm enjoying all your questions. I appreciate it. And I think Lisa is very smart. She's getting free advice from me. Guys, my coaching is 10,000 peso per hour. My coaching session. So guys, I just want to share that I have a private coaching. It's 10,000 peso per hour if you wanna talk to me. But usually, yung mga lumalapit sa akin is they have properties, they're wanting for my advice, or they have this piece of land. They want a private consultation with me. Just go to the link there, bit.ly, Carl D Private Coaching. And I want to do a little plug lang. I've joined, ang daming lumalapit sa akin and say, Sir Carl, do you have a workshop where we can learn? And I said, I don't have a workshop because, it takes time to make one. But finally, together with SME, an online platform provider, and supported by Bounce Back Network and Chinoy TV, we're finally launching the Philippines' first real estate masterclass. It's 10 weeks. Okay, wag kayong magulat ha. It's only 1 hour per week. It's only 1 hour per week, every Saturday, 8 to 9 p.m. And for 10 weeks, we're gonna learn about the BRRR method. You will see that in the US, the buy, renovate, rent, refinance, resell method. We're gonna use the BRRR method as a framework to teach all of you about real estate in the Philippine setting. All right? So, why 10 weeks? Alam mo, sabi ng organizer ko, Carl, just do it in a weekend, 2 days. And that's, you're good to go. Sabi ko, hindi talaga eh. I like the slow and steady learning. It's slowly, one topic per week. 1 hour lang para hindi nosebleed. 1 hour per week, every Saturday for 10 weeks. So, day number 1, we're gonna talk about it. Day number 1, we're gonna talk about the mindset, the approach, the right mindset. And I think that's important. Number 2 will be how to buy. Because that's where you make all the mistake. If you make a wrong buy, then mali ka na. Or if you don't buy, I have friends coming to me na 5 years na nagtatanong, Sir Carl, ano bang magandang buy? Sir Carl, ano bang maganda ngayon? And if I tell them something, they will say, ay, mahal na yan eh. If I tell them something upcoming na bago, wala naman. Pang makikita niya, puro squatter lang yan eh. So they never buy. So if they never buy in property, you will never participate. So I will teach you how to buy. And I will teach you how to renovate, how to rent, how to finance, So meron tayong isang session all about using other people's money. Using the bank's money. Ano ba yung mga risk about banking. And then we're going to teach one session all about rental. How to manage your tenant, how to manage your rent. Sobrang interesting. 10 weeks. And it's super cheap lang. I think it's, let me look for it. I think for me, it's valued at 90,000 for me. So sobrang valuable niya. And, if you develop a portfolio of rental over the next 30 years of your life, bawing-bawi agad yan. But I think if you have the coupon code CDY you can get it for 9888 lang. All right? So, guys, sorry for the plug, but this is really for those who are serious in property. You're gonna spend 10 Saturdays with me, and it's live. So if you have questions, you can now ask and I will guide you. But it's also recorded. Sabi nga ng organizer ko, Carl, wag mo na i-recording. Sabi ko, ayoko. I want to record it. Kasi I know that not everybody is available. We have some doctors, some businessmen na they want to watch it at night. So it's recorded. You can watch it, repeat. And you have 1 year access to the recording. So to go to this workshop, you can take a picture of this one and I'll move back to the question and answer. bit.ly/CDY workshop. CDY workshop, all caps, bit.ly, take a picture and it will go to the page wherein you will go to the ESME page, ESME page, where nandun pa more details. Right? Let's go back to the comment section. Dami ko pang questions na naka-prepare, no? Jonah, my client wants to let go of his condo because his tenant left due to COVID. And okay, let me read slowly. Client wants to let go of his condo. Natural yon, natural. Because financially, we are in trouble, di ba? Due to COVID. He cannot sustain the monthly. What's my advice? Okay, good. Jonah and all the people out there who are in this boat, there's what you call the exit strategy or what you call the cut loss. All right. Guys, don't bash me. Don't bash me. A lot of regular investors are not able to handle cutting loss well. But this is my advice to all people out there struggling with their monthly amortization. First, identify what is your value at risk. How much na ba yung pera na nailagay mo dyan? 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. Sakit, no? That is your value at risk. Yan yung mawawala if you cancel. Okay lang. You will lose money. Again, you will lose money. But that's all that you're losing. You're not losing your life. You're not losing your personality. You're not losing your reputation. Only your money. Diba? So, here's how you analyze it. Identify your value at risk. If your value at risk is 500,000, 300,000, 400,000, it's easier to let go. If your value at risk is 1 million, maybe for you, okay lang. Diba? Ganun talaga. 3 million, 2 million, value at risk, up to you kung kaya mo. But, here's what I tell you. Here's how you analyze it pala. If you let go of that worry of your monthly, how would you feel the next day? Diba? And you can accept that it's only a financial loss. Ako, for me, if it happened to me, masakit. Masakit in the first few. Of course, you're analyzing it naman, diba? And when you make a decision, it should not be masakit na kasi you made the decision. It's your decision. Do not blame anybody. We are accountable. We are responsible. If you let go of that money, 2 million, diba? Next day, you can feel free. Diba? Kumbaga parang baggage and knapsack na nilet go mo. Okay, I made the wrong decision. I misanalyzed my financial. It's not working. I'm gonna let go of my bet. I'm gonna lose 2 million. Masakit. Sa umpisa, masakit. But everything else is intact. Your peace of mind. When you eat with your family, are you bothered right now because of that obligation? If you are, then rethink. Maybe you can let go. Diba? Maybe after, but okay, guys, don't bash me. These are really real talk. Hashtag real talk. These are your last resorts. Kung feeling mo naman kaya mo bayaran, you wanna hurdle it, financially kaya mo, then go for it. But that's where my private coaching comes into play. Kung hindi ka satisfied with my response, you wanna talk it over, go to the private coaching. Yun. But kung kaya mo, hurdle it, di ba? It's a very simple analysis. Kung gusto mong simplehin, di ba? Take out all the blaming, take out all the pointing fingers, then look at ourselves. That's the easy part. Kasi feeling ko talaga, guys, if we keep on looking at other people and blaming other people for our decision, you will never move forward. Diba? But if we look at ourselves na, okay, I made a decision, it was a wrong decision. Okay lang naman, it's a wrong decision, it happens, let go of the money. This is the cut loss. But that's your last resort. Kumbaga, try to make it work best you can. But kung talagang wala na and you need to cut loss, it's okay. Yeah. I've cut loss hindi naman a few times. I've done cut loss myself. I've dropped bad investments. I lost money many, many, many times. But ang important kasi sa akin is when I go to the dinner table and I'm with my family, am I at peace? Or am I masungit because of that financial burden? All right, guys? So peace, most important. Sleep well at night and do not blame it on your spouse or anybody. Guys, I use my platform not only to teach investment, but to also kind of teach a little bit about how to respond and not just react. I gave a free consultation to a girl who came to me and said, Sir Carl, I'm a wife and I made the wrong investment 3-4 years ago. And my husband has blamed me for this for the past 3 years, 4 years. He has not forgotten this mistake. And for the past 3-4 years, I've lost my confidence. I've lost my earning capacity, and I could not look at my family and kids anymore. I'm carrying such a big burden. So nakakasad, guys. Nakakasad because I wish I could give advice to the husband and tell the husband and say, let go. Let go. Your wife made the decision. She made an investment for the family. And maybe naging mali. But it happens. You know, we are not educated about certain things. We sometimes can get greedy about profits. It's okay lang. It's all our fault. It's all our fault. We tend to become greedy sometimes, di ba? Thank you, Lisa, for the appreciation. No? So, I told the wife to try to convince your husband to forgive you and let go. And tinanong ko, how much money did you lose? 400,000 yata or 700,000? So, if you look at it from a far view, from a macro view, the short sentence of it is, the husband valued the 700,000 more than the marriage. The husband valued the 700,000 more than the wife. The husband valued the 700,000 more than the family. Are you getting it? And this is happening in our families, if you all agree. We've made mistakes, but family members could not forgive, and it's affecting our confidence. So, to summarize that part, I am now speaking to you as a parent, as a husband, as a wife. If your partner makes a wrong investment, nagkamali, nalugi, nasunog ang pera, do not blame them. Do not blame them. Because maybe their heart was in the right position. They were not just educated with their risk. And learn from that mistake together. Like in our case, in my family, me and my wife, we are always as one. If my wife makes a decision, he's the one who made the purchase, he's the one who took action, she's the one who took the action, and it became wrong, it is not her fault. It is our fault. But because we are one, kahit siyang nag-execute, I do not blame her. Same thing with me. If I'm the one who executed an action, I'm the one who bought it, who made an action, and it became wrong. My wife does not blame me for taking the action because we are one. So that's valuable advice for couples. Pasensya na kayo kung saan na tayo napunta, but these are fundamental foundations that will help you. A lot of our problem is not about the property. It's about our heart and our mind. So, this is also applicable to our kids. Pasensya na kayo, guys. I will give you some parenting financial advice. One day, your teenage son, your teenage daughter will make a mistake. Why? Because they're young. They don't have the same experience as you and I, and they will make the wrong decision. If that moment happened, do not throw away 15 years, 18 years, 20 years of love because of one mistake. Diba? Dahil sa pagkakamali mo, do not come home. Diba? And this is, quick relatable is pag nagpe-pregnant yung wife, yung daughter, early pregnancy. Ano yung culture natin? Pinahiya mo ako. Umalis ka sa harap ko. I will disown you. Diba? Why? Because you were embarrassed? Is that far more important, your embarrassment, than your daughter, whom you love and take care of for 18 years? She comes home at the lowest point of her life. She made a wrong mistake. She deeply regrets. And what do? At the lowest time of her life, you send her off to the streets. Diba? I'm not sure if it's still happening now. But yun nakikita ko sa mga telenovela. Totally wrong approach. So when your kids come to you and they made a mistake, be open. Be open to accept them and assure them, affirm them that, Daddy, Mommy, we also are human. We also make mistake. Diba? Teach them how to bounce back. That's why we are in a bounce back network. Moving on to the next question, guys. Baka masyadong madramatic yun, but those are very valuable life lesson, guys. Okay, regarding cut loss, should I sell my unit which is due for turnover next year or keep it and wait for the market to recover? Okay, if your unit is for turnover next year, I will always look at the value at risk. Babalik at babalik tayo dun. How much is the money? If the money is huge, yung pera na nalagay mo na huge, and baka it's better for you to stick it out kung kaya naman kasi masyado na malaki yung value at risk mo eh. But if yung money na nilagay mo sa loob is maliit pa lang, then you can consider to exit and it won't hurt as much. So it depends on the value at risk. I'm gonna type workshop in the comment box yung aking 10-week workshop. So I hope to see you guys there sa 10-week workshop. This is just a teaser of what we're gonna talk about. I only have 1 hour here and we're almost down to our last 8 minutes. I'm gonna scan one last. Really appreciate you, Lisa. Na Lisa is a very successful businesswoman. Very successful niyan and yet so humble to join us and listen. Is it recommended to sell your investment condo unit? Okay, to pay out your newly purchased house and lot. Okay. Wow, fantastic question. I'm gonna simplify that into 3 parts. Sell your condo kasi bumili ka ng house and lot. Or make another loan since capable ka pa naman. Whew. Wow. That is such a challenging question, Jacob. No? So here's how I would, paano natin hihimayin yun. Personally, we would look back at the reason why we bought the condo. Diba? Because the condo we bought is somehow giving us passive income. And I want to simmer on that. Paano ko ba explain? Okay, I'm gonna use a story. Rich dad, poor dad scenario. Diba? Rich Juan, poor Juan. What is a rich Juan look like? A rich Juan de la Cruz, a rich Juan would be a guy with multiple streams of income. Diba? Meaning, lahat tayo may 24 hours a day. So pag gising niya ng 24 hours a day, papasok siya sa opisina. At habang nasa opisina siya, meron siyang 2 food cart na nagme-make ng income sa kanya. Meron siyang isang online business na, not so big, but still make money. At meron siyang 3 rental property na nagme-make ng income para sa kanya. At the end of the day, we all have 24 hours a day. The matter is, how many streams of income do you have per day? So if you have 7 streams of income per day, imagine the power. That's our goal, guys, to have those many income. This can be exaggerated all the way to if you have a building na may 100 units, that's 100 streams of income. If you have an apartment, if you have mga friends natin na wealthy, they have business in malls, 100 branches all over Metro Manila, 100 streams of income. Vis-a-vis, poor Juan, let's face it, goes to the office, works 9 to 5, super sipag, super dedicated, pag-uwi sa bahay, pagod na pagod. Very loyal, very solid, but one source of income lang. Now you see the difference, guys. You see the difference. So, should I sell my condo? Hirap sabihin kasi that's your source of streams of income. Diba? If you sell away your sources of income, parang umatras tayo. That's how me and my wife will analyze it. Have we sold our streams of income condo before? Definitely, yes. We had to sacrifice a few to buy something else that we want. Diba? But every time we sold a property na may rental, we are set back from our magic number. Okay. So guys, just want to share with you, maganda rin na meron kayong magic number about, about your, dahil pang question, no? Ito na lang. Magic number from a monthly income point of view. You want to have 200,000 monthly income, 300,000, 1 million, diba? So every time we sold a rental property, we are set back. Kasi nagbenta kami ng cash flow producing. Okay, so going back to that question of Jacob, ako personally, this is quite complicated. It's no straight line. But if it was me and financially capable, I will borrow money to buy the house and lot. Okay. This is the same concept as, paano ko ba sabihin? For example, I wanted to buy a car. Kunwari, I wanted to buy a car. It's an expensive car, 4 million. If I bought the car straight with cash, that's it. I have the car, it's paid in cash, I'm done. But what if I invested the 4 million in a condo or a rental property that made me 30,000 a month, kunwari? And that 30,000 a month paid for my amortization in my 4 million car. I don't think that's doable. No? Pero kunwari lang, for example, don't bash me guys. So number one scenario, binili ko yung kotse ng cash. The end, that's it. But now, I used the 4 million to buy a property that makes me 30,000 a month rental income. Then inutang ko yung kotse ko, monthly amortization, kunwari lang, 30,000. So for the next 5 years, the property is paying for the car. But guys, I want to think about this scenario. After 5 years, what do I have? I have a fully paid car and I still have the condo giving me 30,000 a month. So the next question is, anong bibili mo next with that 30,000? Bili ka na naman ng ibang gamit. Bili ka na naman ibang kotse. Or pwede mong, like for us, we have this property called Hotel 101. This is the MOA version, not the BGC. The BGC version is not yet operational. It's delayed. The MOA version, it's a hotel. So it gives us income around maybe 18,000 a month. Or in one, so it goes to our account every month. It goes to our account, 18,000. Net na yan bayad na kasing juice and all. We don't do anything. The hotel does it. 18,000 a month is not a big amount, guys. It's not a big amount. Let's face it, diba? But it can buy you a Vios. Diba? It can buy a Vios, but we don't. What we do is, we put it in an account and it becomes 200-something thousand a month every year. And it becomes our once a year Christmas family travel fund. Diba? So, are you guys seeing it? Parang free money siya, diba? Pag ginastos ko yung the property was just mga 3 million before. So we bought the property for 3 million, and every year it gives us money to travel. Diba? And after 10 years, 15 years, the property will probably still be there. And if I'm gonna sell it, worst case to worst, kunwari lang for illustration purposes, I sell it for the exact price that I bought. Di parang nagkaroon ako ng free travel every year. So parang ganun. So that's the exciting part of multiple streams of income. So yun nga, ipapangalanan mo yung income mo. Si Aida, si Lorna, if it is for travel, this is for insurance fund, this is for my fun game, for my, kaya you have a property that gives you a certain amount of income. Pwedeng yun yung nalagay mo sa cryptocurrency mo. Diba? So very exciting, guys. And it's a slow game. Guys, thank you, Clarissa, Eileen, for the encouraging words, and I'll see you in the 10-week masterclass. Looks like we are down to our last question before we end. So I'm gonna open up the floor to, this is a very good question. Okay, this is our last question, and I see you guys in the 10-week masterclass. Should I bought a house first before a rental property? So let's say na lang na, when you were young, inuna mo yung rental property. So wala ka pa ring bahay hanggang ngayon. There's no right or wrong answer, guys. There's no right or wrong answer talaga. I mean, if you bought your house first, at yun yung binabayaran mo, pwedeng pwedeng yung finish line mo is you have your house. It's fully paid. That's it. Hindi ka nakabili ng rental property. Diba? Kasi talagang you made a 15 years to pay on your house. That's where all the money went through. That's okay. You were not able to develop streams of income, pero okay lang kasi your fully paid house is an asset that has appreciated in value, especially if you made a good purchase. Over 20 years, 30 years, that primary home would have appreciated in value. Wala ka man cash flow, pag binenta mo yung bahay, it will be a nice big asset. Just like my Lola Teresa, I grew up in La Loma. Our house was bought in 1976 for 350,000 pesos. The house where I grew up. 350,000 pesos. That's the only asset that my Lola had. After 40 years, binenta niya. And my Lola was 42 years old when she bought that property. 42. When she was 70 plus, we sold it after 30 plus years. 350,000 became 35 million pesos. So wala man siyang cash flow, that became a gold mine retirement fund. And I tell you, I will talk about this in detail in our 10-week masterclass. The struggle of being in an old age na mababa na yung source of income mo, then biglang mabenta mo yung bahay mo for 35 million, that's a windfall. And I want to encourage everybody I talk to, you should have at least that one. That one single property that will appreciate over the next 30 years, 40 years. At least one. Okay, that is kung bumili ka ng bahay muna. Kung bumili ka ng condo, rental property first, okay lang naman din. Because you've duplicated yourself. Diba? Merong isang Carl na nagtatrabaho at meron kang dalawang minion, nagbibigay siya ng 30, 40, 50,000 a month. Dagdag. Now, what you do with the money, that's the differentiator. What you do with the money, you can now buy the house and lot and buy it in installment, diba? And then use that to pay for your installment. Okay lang naman din. And we're gonna spend one whole day about finance in the 10-week masterclass. 1 whole hour just about financing, about utang, leveraging. And to end this note, I just want to let you know also that loaning from the bank is not really an issue. There's really nothing wrong with the interest. There's really nothing wrong. Just to exaggerate. Rich one, umutang sa bangko, paid 3, 5, 6, 7% interest after 20 years, after 15 years, 10 years, sa kanya na yung bahay. Paid interest. Poor one, ayaw magbayad ng interest, takot umutang, ayaw masira ang kanyang reputation, hindi umutang, nagbayad ng rent for 15 years. After 15 years, ano meron ni poor one? Wala. You get the lesson, guys? That's a fantastic closing lesson. So on that note, thank you very much, everybody. So I hope you learned something today. And if you are here and you haven't written any comment, please comment down below any appreciation message, any encouraging message, and I would appreciate it. If you're watching from the live, thank you. I really appreciate you guys joining me in the live session, and I hope I was able to add value and help you. Ang dami pa nating question na hindi nasagot. Is Airbnb good? I'm having a hard time paying for my installment. What if delay ang building? What should I do pag vacant yung property? And marami pa mga concern. Maybe I'll do another session, no? Guys, if you support me, maybe I'll do another session. Yes, Cynthia Umali. Hello, Cynthia, good friend of mine. Thank you very much. And for those listening on the recording, I hope you can join me live in my next session. Thank you very much. And wait. Don't go. I'm gonna show you a video. In my 10-week masterclass pala, guys. Don't go. I'm gonna share with you a case study. Every week, we have case studies. Iba-ibang property scenario, how this property lost money, how this property made money. And guys, the sales talk, the sales pitch of my 10-week masterclass, I'm not gonna tell you how good the property is. I'm gonna tell you how you're gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna warn you all the things you need to watch out for. Every week, I will warn you things not to do. I'm gonna tell you what not to do, the mistakes you need to avoid, because I think that is more valuable. This is not a sales talk. This is not a sales pitch. This is to teach you how to be more careful with your investments. Di ba? Ako lang yata yung guru na nagsishare about mistakes, about the problems, and about how to hurdle through the problems. All right. So this is my last sentence, and I will play the video. I'll be sharing a video about one of our projects from long time ago, and this will get your mind, your creativity juices flowing. It will have video. So tell me pag walang video sa comment box, okay? So let me go to the video. And guys, thank you. And I will read your comments in the comment box if you enjoy the video.